Our great coach on this episode is the basketball coach, Ron Adams. Ron has coached in the NBA for 33 years and was with the Golden State Warriors when they won 3 of their championships. He reflects on his shift from dictatorial coaching to one that is more collaborative, and he also discusses the role that joy plays in the culture at the Golden State Warriors. His legacy rests in the relationships that he's created along his long and successful journey as a coach. And here are some of the highlights from our interview with Ron.
I don't think you can fool first graders, so I know you can't fool athletes on a team, although many people have tried. And so it's this realness in a relationship that allows everything to happen. Now, we don't have to be best of friends, but we have to have a relationship, a solid one, in which we can exchange ideas. And I might add, the most important thing, if you are an athlete and I'm working with you in player development, I would paint a picture for you of what I think you could become. And it's very interesting. Over the years, I've found that the picture that I have in mind for a given athlete might be a bit greater than their own expectations for themselves, because many people can't recognize their talents. I've been around some people who can do music. Their skill set makes me look like a nobody, yet they don't really believe in themselves. It's really incredible. And that's pretty true. Great coaches come in very different packages. But I think at the base, we're talking about motivation. We're talking about the ability to relate to other human beings. Like, my philosophy of coaching is very simple. It's people building. And the core ingredient in that people building is watching people grow. So I grew up as a country kid on a farm in the Central Valley of California. And growth is very big in agriculture. You plant crops, you fertilize them, you cultivate them, and so on. And the whole idea is for them to grow. If you have livestock like we did, you have calves who grow into heifers and young bulls and then mature into something else. This is all about growth. And I compare coaching and the whole athletic realm more to agriculture because it's a 7-day-a-week proposition. If you have livestock, they're fed twice a day. Can't miss. As one develops an attachment to land and your surroundings in a rural setting, you also have that same attachment to a team and people and athletes and those around a team. I think in a somewhat similar manner. It's all about growth. It's all about addressing these things that come up almost daily in sport that have to be worked around. And sometimes they seem intractable, but they never are. There's always a way. Well, it was a pretty small world at that time. At a young age, I understood the world pretty well, even coming from the country. I was a dumb country bumpkin, went to a smaller high school, gained a lot of confidence, self-confidence in playing sport. But by age 16, I saw the world pretty clearly. I saw that I was better off than many, that the world is not a terribly fair place for everyone. And that shaped me. I always wanted to learn. I'm a lifelong learner. But then there's another component that comes into play. And that is this. Who is Paul? Who is Paul when he's doing his work? Is Paul, and this is important in coaching, is Paul someone that others want to be around? That's the best compliment I think anyone could give to someone who's working with a group. Are you the kind of person that people want to be around? Look, everyone has doubts, right? Everyone has doubts about themselves. Every day we're chopping ourselves up a little bit, figuring out how we can do something better, figuring out how we can help others better. So when you understand human nature, and it takes a person, in many cases, in a boardroom to pull something together. And you do that by having something relevant to say, and the way you say it is really important. But you're understanding your audience. You're understanding your audience. You're understanding the needs of your audience.
If you'd like to hear our whole interview with Ron, you can use these QR codes to access the podcast.